Hello students of 10th standard. We have started the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 2, life processes in living organism. Before that we have studied the many questions. Now here again today we are going to study the next question. In that we are going to study the respiration. So this is the figure of the respiratory system. So what does this figure tells us? See here I have pointed out mouth, larynx, nasal cavity, pharynx, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli and diaphragm. So these are nothing but the main points or main parts of the respiratory system. So what happens actually in the respiratory system? So whenever we are taking the air, we are taking it from our nose. The nose has two nostrils. From the nostrils, the air enters the nasal cavity. From nasal cavity, it enters into the windpipe. It has larynx and pharynx. Then it enters the bronchi, which is also called as a windpipe. The bronchi divides into bronchus. They are first the left. They divide into two parts. The left bronchus goes into the left lung, and the right bronchus goes into the right lung. The bronchus are, or you can say the bronchia are further divided into the bronchioles. These are nothing but a very filament-like structures. Then at the end of the bronchioles there is a, you can say, balloon-like structure which is called as a alveoli, and both of the lungs, they are supported with the diaphragm, or you can say the lungs and the stomach are separated by the diaphragm. Now we have seen about the respiratory system. Now what we are going to see, the next question is here, what is respiration? How does it occur? So respiration system is a very important system in our body, or you can say is a very important life process, because with the help of the respiration we are taking in air, and with that air we are taking in oxygen, which is needed for each and every cell. We know that oxygen is important to get us energy also. That also we know. So here what is the question? What is respiration? How does it occur? See here, release of energy from the assimilated food is called as a respiration. So whenever we are eating the food is, you can say, we are taking it inside, it is digested, it is assimilated, we know that. Then what happens here? The release of the energy from the assimilated food, which is the food here, the food that is assimilated is most important in this case, and the food which is assimilated is called as a, or you can say, the release of energy from the assimilated food, the food which is assimilated, such food is called as a, or you can say, such release of energy from the assimilated food is called as a respiration. Then see, inhalation and exhalation, both are very important, and this is nothing but a, you can say, breathing. Both inhalation and exhalation together form the breathing. So whenever you are inhaling, so what happens? Whenever you respire, at that time you inhale and you exhale. So inhalation is done. When inhalation is done, or you can say how the inhalation is done, the air enters the lung. Here, see here, the air enters the lung whenever there is a inhalation, and the oxygen from the air. So what happens? The oxygen from the air also enters the blood while CO2 is given out. So what happens here in the respiration? Whenever we are inhaling the air, the oxygen, whichever, the air contains both, you can say, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Here the oxygen is absorbed and CO2 is given out of the body. Then see, this gaseous exchange occurs through alveolar membrane. So whenever you see, I have told you that alveoli are nothing but the balloon-like structures. These have a very thin membrane, and they are having a rich supply of the blood. So what happens? There is a, you can say, gaseous exchange occurs through this alveolar membrane. Alveoli are having a thin membrane. Through this there is a, you can say, exchange of gases. This is called as a external respiration. So what it is called? External respiration. The RBC means nothing but red blood cells. We know that red blood cells are having a pigment which is called as a hemoglobin, and hemoglobin has a rich affinity towards the oxygen. So what happens here? RBC carries oxygen. Now it carries oxygen to each and every cell. This is very important because not only it absorbs the oxygen but it carries it to the each and every cell of the body. Now see what is there inside the mitochondria. So it also carries the, you can say, energy, or you can say oxygen towards the mitochondria also. And there the tissue respiration occurs, which is nothing but a internal respiration. Then see, the oxygen is used for production of energy. The air which we have inhaled, it contains the oxygen, and oxygen is used for the production of the energy. Now what happens here? By oxidation of food nutrients. By oxidation, it is most important. What do you mean by oxidation? That means here oxygen is added to the food nutrients. So what will happen? Whenever the oxygen is added to the food nutrients, energy is released. This is most important. Energy is released in the form of a ATP. ATP is nothing but a energy rich molecule. The next point we are going to study, that is nothing but living organism and energy production. So what does this tells us? The living organism respiration occurs at two levels. That means the living organism has the respiratory system, and this respiratory system occurs at two levels, as the body and the cellular level. They are nothing but, as the body, you can say, they are nothing but body and the cellular level. They are nothing but body and cellular level. Oxygen and CO2 are exchanged between body and surrounding in case of a respiration. So what is done here actually? In respiration system, so whatever the air we are taking from outside, that air will be the surrounding air, and we are taking this air in our body, and after taking the air in our body, the respiration occurs at a body level. In case of a respiration at the cellular level, so what does this tells us? Cellular level means whenever the respiration occurs in between the cells. So what happens then? In the case of a respiration at the cellular level, foodstuffs, here what is there? The foodstuffs are nothing but the nutrients whichever we are taking during our meals. They are oxidized. Oxidized means what? That the oxygen is added to it, either with or without help of oxygen. So what is done? Here the foodstuffs are oxidized with or without help of the oxygen. When they are, you can say, done with they are oxidized with the help of the oxygen, then they are called as aerobic respiration. And when they are not, when there is no use of oxygen in oxidizing the foodstuffs, then it is called as a anaerobic respiration. Now see here, there are some questions in your textbook. So what is that? Can you tell? So what is there? See, how many atoms of C? C means carbon, H means hydrogen, O means oxygen. They are respectively present in a molecule of a glucose. So what is glucose here? Whichever the nutrient, whichever we are eating, they are converted into the form of a glucose, and glucose is nothing but one of the, we are getting a energy from that. The one molecule of glucose, there are 6 atoms of C, that is nothing but carbon. 12 atoms of hydrogen, that are nothing but the 12 atoms of H, that is nothing but hydrogen, and 6 atoms of O, that is nothing but oxygen. So hence the glucose formula is C6H12O6. The next question is, which types of chemical bonds are present between all atoms? Now these are nothing but the various atoms, that is nothing but carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Now which types of a bond is present between these atoms? The atoms whichever are joined together, they have a, you can say, covalent bond between them. The next question is, in terms of chemistry, what happens actually when molecule is oxidized? So what happens actually whenever the molecule is oxidized? I have told you, oxidation is nothing but a reaction in which the oxygen is added and hydrogen is removed. So what is oxidation here? See, when a molecule is oxidized, means what? It gains the oxygen atom. That means it acquires the oxygen atom or it loses the electrons. That is nothing but one of the case in these atoms.